Welcome back to part 2 of my roller series. My name is Maggie. I worked with you in part 1, Introduction to Rollers and how to get on them. So we're going to pick up where we left off. Today we will be working on our leg speed and adjusting that, as well as different grip positions on the bars and shifting gears. So just like we practiced in the first one, hopefully you've gone back to it a couple times and you're comfortable getting on the rollers now. So we're lining our bike up on the rollers, lifting a leg over, clipping in that one leg, grabbing the object, pushing yourself up, clipping in the other foot, and boom, here we are. If you were practicing with normal running shoes in the first part, I encourage you to try clip-in pedals for this one, because that is a new challenge in itself. So you have that object in front of you, get the legs moving, you're looking straight ahead. Just like we learned, you're letting go of the object, both hands on the bars. And here we are, this is where we're gonna pick up. So body tracking straight, shoulders are straight towards the front. You're looking at that object. Start in your top, that's where most people start. Good. You want to look at that object. You want to engage your core a little bit while still keeping your shoulders and your upper body relaxed. So just to be able to catch those little side-to-side movements with your core and keep your body tracking straight forward. From here, I want you to play with just opening up your fingers. We're preparing to lift a hand off the bar or just move it on the bar and then close it. Open it up, close it. So you might know which hand you're more comfortable having on the bar and which hand you're more comfortable letting go of the bar with. Probably the same hand you like to get on and off with. So with that hand, I want you to just move it up to a hood, as if you're going to shift. Good, once that hand's there and comfortable, join it with the other hand. You can even crawl that hand forward if you're not comfortable yet, totally lifting it off the bar. And here we are, we're in the hoods. So from here, you can shift your gears. Shift into your big gear. That one might be a bit tricky. You might feel a bit wobbly with that. So let's just stay there. Let's shift back and forth. So shift into your little ring. Think about keeping pressure on the pedals all through that shift from your little ring to your big ring. So you shift, there's a moment when it shifts over, and right away keep pressure on those pedals. That will help you avoid stopping and tipping over. Shift back to your little ring. And again, it shifts over and then your pressure right on the pedals. You just want to keep moving. That's the key with rollers. Don't stop. Good, so here you can practice going back and forth, moving your hands from your tops to your hoods. Again, shifting, adjusting that leg speed. Again, just keep those legs moving with whatever gear you go to. And eventually we'll be working our way down to the drops. The drops might seem very far away right now, but gradually, one by one, we'll get there. Good. So to do that, again, you can crawl your hand down, so you don't actually have to let go of the bar really to get there. See that transition? Watch my right hand here. You're in the hoods. Just go down. You can keep your fingers connected. Just do that a couple times. Play with that weight. Feel that weight distribution, back and forth. Good, and then when you've done that, you can pause the video, play with that a few times, then you can do the other hand. Back and forth, drops to hood. Just keep your other hand in the hood while you do this. You're naturally gonna feel more weight on that other side to counterbalance. That's a good thing, keeps you centered. back and forth. Then eventually maybe you'll leave that hand there for a second. This is okay. You can ride one hand up here, one hand down here. You'll probably feel more balanced at first. And ready, and when you're ready, it's just like bungee jumping and taking that leap. Just have to do it. Put the other hand there. Don't be scared, you might tip over. You still have this object to lean against or to reach out and grab if you feel like you're toppling over. If you're not comfortable to get to this point yet, come back to this video later. And at first, just keep playing with this. Back and forth, back and forth. Hoods to your tops. Start there. Good. So we've discussed the positions on the hood. We're going to talk a little bit about leg speed because we're shifting gears. So, leg speed on the bike. Important to keep looking ahead. Important to have those shoulders relaxed. I can't emphasize enough how having your upper body relaxed is going to keep you nice and relaxed and centered on the rollers. The more tight and tense you get, the more you're going to react to those movements. So your shoulders are relaxed. You're keeping your core a little bit engaged, just so you can absorb that bouncing that comes with cadence. And let's just increase it. If you have your computer, your Garmin, your Wahoo, whatever you have on your bike, you can look at your cadence. Let's just bring it up to 90 RPM. See how you feel. If you weren't there already, just bring it up to 90. Good, shoulders are still relaxed. Usually easier to keep your hands in the hoods as we get into higher cadences. Just typically the wider your hands are, the more balanced you're gonna feel. Good. Bring your cadence up to 100. Let's see how that feels. 100 RPM. You always watch me up here on the screen. Good. You might not feel comfortable to go any higher. If you do, try 105. Really look at that object in front of you. Really relax your shoulders. Again, you'll feel a bit of that bouncing. That's where you want to absorb it with your core. You don't want to get your upper body bouncing up and down in response to it. And again, just keep pressure on the pedals. Keep moving those feet in nice, smooth circles. Keep that momentum going. Riders can hit 200 plus RPM on the rollers. Sky's the limit for how high you can get your cadence. So this is a good place to start. But eventually, you'll be able to get it higher and higher and higher. And again, it's just focusing on staying relaxed through that, looking ahead. Weight distributed evenly side to side on the bars, on your pedal stroke. Those are the keys that will get you there. But to get there, just creep it up 5 RPM at a time. You don't need to jump into pedaling as fast as you can. Work up to that. You'll get there no problem. Again, slowing down the pedal stroke to stop. Grabbing onto that object. Good, stop the pedal stroke, unclip, and just like we did in the first one, that's how you get off the bike. Thanks for joining me for this one. For the next video, we will be working on one hand, working on drinking and some of those abilities on the rollers, and stay tuned for that one.